This is fans of the game. Like, comment, and subscribe. I apologize for the delay. I haven't really been posting no videos because I'm trying to get better at this, and I'm gonna give everybody better quality. But look, I had to do this one because it was a big night in the NBA. Big night in the NBA. They're not allowing me to do no lives because I'm not up there yet, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different. So we just gonna recap. The NBA game time because it was a lot of good games yesterday and a lot of good results. So we just gonna jump right into it. Drop in the comments as we go along. Any ideas, any takes y'all got along with it. But we gonna get into a lot today. Today was a big day. So look, let's jump into it. Here we go.
Nets tonight, they got a huge dub. Can they turn things around? How about the Lakers? Are they for real? They're actually winning games now. LA looking to make it 3 straight wins when they take on the Utah Jazz. And the Bucks are going for a franchise record. So much to talk about. Game time starts now.
All right. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be giving insight game by game. So as the games go along, they discuss the highlights. They see highlights. I can't show it because of copyright, but it's all good. We gonna get to it. So as they go along, I'm gonna be stopping. Pretty much giving y'all a breakdown. Y'all can pretty much give it. I can hear it somewhat. But won't be able to have a visual. It's all good.
Start the year, Kevin Durant was going to work. Bradley Beal doing his, and then there's the bearded Kristaps Porzingis. Ooh, weird at the beginning. Man, he was moving.
Oh, he's moving better. Snatching ankles. That's the graphic.
Oh! That's ankle growing.
Somebody pushed him down.
And he made the guy touch her.
Oh, whoa.
Daniel Gafford is never going to be the same.
No, not at all.
It's going to be a walking meme, unfortunately for him. Katie did say he might have slipped, but
He did.
he was being nice.
He made it.
He made him slip. That's exactly that. Listen, there was no stopping Durant.
No, he was incredible. It just looked like he was back to having fun.
And he was back home.
Yes.
69-57, and then there's more KD.
It's a treat to watch him. That's the talent. Watch this one.
Ooh. I like those throwbacks too.
I do.
I love those jerseys.
I like this. I haven't seen much of this. Oh, is KD posted up?
Now you don't see that a lot.
Brooklyn winning this one 128.
One rebound away from a triple-double.
Was City. Nice numbers.
All right. So Brooklyn won 128-86. They killed them. Kevin Durant looked like the Kevin Durant that we know. Ball was moving around. They was actually playing defense. Washington just garbage. They trash. Trash. OD. Weak as hell. Nick Claxton had a big game. Like I said, man, in order for them to win, they need them guys to step up, especially in this. They need the post.
Nick Claxton.
And it's sad due to the fact that it seemed like they played better without Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving. That's horrible. Really, really horrible. Cam Thomas is a problem. He's a secret weapon, man. They gotta get boy more burnt. Only thing is, they got a whole bunch of scorers and not a single lick of defenders outside of Royce O'Neal and Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons ain't been doing nothing. They get out rebounded most of the time. And you know what I'm saying? They can't stop nobody. They can't stop nobody. What's the point of putting up 120 points if somebody else is gonna put up a $130, $135s? That's embarrassing. That's losing crazy. It's not like they're capable of doing it. The problem is, like I said, man, you got dudes like Kyrie that I'm not sure if y'all seen last year. He put the clamps on James Harden. He applied himself to playing defense. Why you can't do that every game? What's the problem, bro? Seriously, what's the problem? And then, all right, but we're gonna jump into Washington too. I ain't gonna go too much on Brooklyn because we got a lot to cover in. Bradley Beal, they gave boy $250 million. He scored 20 points, 8 for 17, 3 rebounds and 3 assists, man. And this is just boy for real. That's crazy, man. They crippled the franchise for the next couple of years. They gonna be tossed up for a while. They gonna be doing bad. Totally bad. Like I don't see them really doing much. They ain't gonna really have that much room to wiggle. Porzingis probably gonna be gone. But they was turning the ball over. They don't really got no point guard. Point guard position is like, it's pretty much by committee. I mean, Monte Morris don't fit with these guys, so he looking a little bit bad. They got Gill. I'm not familiar with boys' game at all. I never really even heard of him. So it's like pretty much whoever gets the ball and off the inbounds is the point guard. So it's been bad. Like they had more turnovers than Brooklyn, which is almost damn near impossible because these dudes just like, it's ISO ball. So it's rare that anybody get a pass. So if they do get a pass, they fumbling with it. Whatever Brooklyn's been, they got to get it together. But this game was a blowout. Like they lost from the start. They had no chance. So let's get to the next one.
18 and Cam Thomas 17 off the bench. Nice performance from him. Moving on to Milwaukee, who are looking to set a franchise record. They've already tied it, starting year 7-0, taking on the Timberwolves. I mean, Giannis has got everything in his bag there.
He shot that one with a nice flow. This is the guy I love watching play. Drew Holiday.
Is he still underrated? Because they always said he was the most underrated player in the league.
I think he's starting to get rated a little bit higher.
Karl Anthony Towns at 22 and 11 in the game. Anthony Edwards drops 3. Milwaukee up 61-54 at the break. Then we go back to Holiday here. Holiday!
He just does everything well on the basketball floor.
Watch this one, big.
Oh! Like I said, he just does everything well on the basketball floor.
Uh-oh, be careful. He coming.
Look at Cat. Cat wanted no part of that.
He ain't want none of that. None of it. Anytime you moonwalking on defense, that's just not a good formula for success.
In his defense, it's Giannis, who has been unstoppable all year. 26 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists for the triple-double. Your guy, Drew Holiday.
All right, so now Milwaukee beat Minnesota 115 to 102. That was another game. They lost from the start. They lost clearly from the start. Like it was a beating all the way through. Like they got it close within certain points of the game, but it wasn't what we thought it was. The score did a little bit. It does. Score don't pretty much dictate what happened throughout the game. Giannis is a problem. Boy is unstoppable. Honestly, he might be they're not gonna give him MVP. They tired of giving it to him. He pretty much going through the same thing Braun was gonna go. He probably gonna go through the same thing Braun's been going through his whole career. They're gonna overlook what Giannis is doing because you expect that from boy. Holiday had a good game. He had 29 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Bobby Portis, they got too much. Once the role players is doing what they supposed to do, Grayson Allen had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and he was hustling, doing whatever. It's pretty much this was a beat up from the start. Anthony Edwards did his thing though. He was 10 for 19, he had 24 points. Karl Anthony Towns he chipped in too. But I don't really see the Rudy Gobert thing fitting the way they had planned. Y'all drop in the comments if y'all think they can still pull it together later on in the season, or the Rudy Gobert trade was a good idea. Like I think they could have got better. They could have did something else, especially with all the stuff that they gave up. Man, they could have did way better than that. Way, way better than that. Honestly, I think that, for all the stuff that they went after, they probably would have, I don't know, like they could have probably went a different direction. Probably even Kyrie Irving. Or jumped at Kevin Durant. They gave up so much stuff that they could have probably went for KD and got KD, even though he would have probably stayed there for he couldn't do nothing. They had enough to get KD. I would have rather did KD. I mean, drop in the comments whether y'all would rather had KD or Gobert in this situation right here for the amount of stuff that the Timberwolves gave up to get boy. You know what I mean? But outside of Karl Anthony Towns and Edwards, the rest of the team didn't do nothing. Like, they was just getting beat up the whole time. They got outshot from the 3-point lands. They was getting killed. But we gonna move on.
Unstoppable all year, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists for the triple-double. Your guy, Drew Holiday, 29 points. So most recent 8-0 starts or better in the NBA. And that Warriors team was pretty good.
Man, that's impressive. I can't believe that either. I'm looking at it.
Is that a typo? Yeah, no.
I remember it, but it's like, imagine starting 24. Oh, man.
Bucks going 8-0 without Chris Middleton again. Incredible start for them. Not so much for the Lakers, but they have been better as of late, winning 2 in a row. Taking on the Jazz, who are one of the best stories of the NBA so far this year. Anthony Davis early on. Nice pass from Russell Westbrook. And then they connect again.
I mean, Russ playing some great basketball right now. They look good. Give Utah a lot of credit. They are on a mission.
Jordan Clarkson, 20 in the game. Utah was up 75-62. Then Austin Reeves. Gonna hook up. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good move. LeBron, 2 assists away from a triple-double in this contest.
Ooh, okay.
Talk about Russ. Russ had he's really finding his way in that hole.
I think he's finally at peace, and he's definitely embracing and playing well off the bench.
Quick trigger.
Laurie Markin, so much confidence.
Yeah. They put up 100. Man, they are scoring like they playing 5-on-0.
They are.
Like, seriously.
Look at all the people double figures for Utah.
Put up 130 points on a really good defensive team. Lakers are a good defensive team, but LA now.
Okay, so now the Lakers. I mean, Utah beat the Lakers 130-116, and I want to talk to y'all about Utah, right? Utah is actually set up. It's like they're not supposed to be winning as much as they're winning, but it's 2 factors that's playing into all of the. I mean, to what they're doing right now. Larry Markkinen is almost turning it. He is pretty much turned into Dirk Nowitzki. Larry Markkinen pretty much turned into Dirk overnight. Like, I mean, this is always pretty much scary what Larry Markkinen was doing. Boy has been averaging the 20 points. He playing the game comfortably, and then on top of that, they're playing team ball. They're playing team ball. They sharing the ball. They doing everything correct. You cannot fight that. That's something you cannot fight. They're serious. San Antonio won plenty of games. They got the right amount of veterans to go to mix well with the right amount of young talent, and they're playing team ball. You cannot beat that. That's unbeatable. It's been undefeated. It's been undefeated as long as we've been watching the game. As long as basketball's been alive, it's undefeated. It's undefeated. You cannot beat that. It's undeniable that once everybody's on one accord the way it is, at any given night you got other guys like Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, Conley. Everybody's contributing, so it's pretty much hard to withstand that. It's hard to withstand that. That's like it's too much. It's too much to deal with. So with that being said, you got those guys doing their thing. A couple other guys that's been contributing, like say Vanderbilt going hard, grabbing rebounds, hustling. They playing as a team. They playing as a team, and it's scary. The things that they doing. And Mike Conley, like I said, when you got leadership like that on a team, it's hard. It's hard to pull that off, bro. It's really, really hard. They put everything together real, real nice. Everything came together. So for as far as the Lakers is concerned, right? I was happy. I was happy with it. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Like, I was happy with it. Seriously, because Russ, everybody know I love Russ. I love Braun. Those are my boys. I love Russ to death. I'm a biggest Braun fan in the world. Love Braun to death. Right? But what's happening is they're giving Russ more freedom with the ball. Russ got the ball in his hands a little bit more, so he's feeling a little bit more comfortable. He's driving the lane, dishing it to AD, throwing laws to AD. He looking like himself. Them layups is going in. So now he's playing with more energy. So now you got to understand, just ain't got no shooters. Nobody ain't hitting no shots. These dudes ain't capable of hitting any shots. So it's kind of hard on him. Really, really hard on him. So, he had a good game, man. He had like 20. He had like 28. Braun was Braun. You know what I'm saying? He had like, I think, about 28 himself, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 away from a triple-double. But they not getting nothing. They not getting enough from anybody else. Like, and this is the reason. This is the thing I don't like about them big threes. This is exactly what I don't like about them big threes. Because with the big threes, if you're not, how can I say this, man? If you're not getting the ultimate contribution from them, you get a big three, but you ain't got nothing else. Golden State proved that you could win with a big 7 or a big 8. Or however you want to go about it. Because everybody that comes in the game contributing because they know they role. The same thing that we were just discussing with the Utah thing with San Antonio. San Antonio won these championships by committee. It wasn't like, you had Tim Duncan doing this thing and you had, but Tony Parker complimented his game. Ginobili complimented his game. You had all the role players that they had throughout the years. Stephen Jackson, all of those guys, they played their part. Their roles was big. That was very, very important. Very, very important. So it's kind of hard to narrate through that and pretty much actually win a game, especially if you got guys playing defense. So now if you don't got no subs, you got to play both ways. And another thing about the Lakers, right? I want to chime in is that where's all of this Patrick Beverley energy? Now, mind you, I got love for Pat. Got love for Pat. I would never flake one boy. Boy, he give you all that he could. But he really has been absolutely no factor at all. He hasn't been doing nothing. Nothing as of late. Like, honestly, I don't even see really where they made it seem like, oh, Russ got to go to the bench and he's gonna turn the team around and he's gonna motivate. We not at that phase yet. Because I don't really see nothing. He don't contribute anything. He even shot terrible. They was he's an improved outside shooter. He's an improvement over Russell Westbrook and all of the things that they was doing. He give energy. He helped the defense. He does help the defense, but it's only to a certain extent. Because I don't give a damn how disruptive he may seem. He can't stop nobody. He really can't stop nobody. Like let's be honest. Like I mean, who has he shut down this season that took out of the game? It's hard to be a lockdown defender in the league right now anyway, because it's the league is going too quick. Everybody's too fast. You can't really get too physical, so it's a little tough, right? But I will say, like, Lonnie Walker's been playing a little bit better. He had 17. Anthony Davis did have 22 and 8, but outside of that, like, what I mean, it's hard because I'm not 100% sure how much they shot from three. They only hit 11 threes while Utah hit 17, and there goes your lead right there. And then on top of that, if the free throw shooting is bad, is a total disaster. But like I said, man, it's gradually coming along. If they keep this up, hopefully if they could hit like at least like about, let's say, 11 to 12 threes a game, they could probably win a couple more games. They could sneak some games in there. But like they don't really got no shooting at all. Austin Reeves is like it's inconsistent because like if Lonnie Walker's playing good, Troy Brown is playing good, he not gonna really get in the game. So it's gonna be a little tough. You know what I mean? So it's been a lot. It's been a lot so far. So we're gonna see how the season progresses, especially with the Lakers. And I've been doing the Russell Westbrook series. Y'all could tap in on that. Just let me drop in the comments if y'all think the Lakers was gonna get better. So we're gonna move on to the next game.
Plus, meanwhile, the Blazers taking on the Suns. DeAndre Ayton back from his injury. He had a nice game. So did Jeremy Grant.
He did. No Simon, no Lillard. Jeremy Grant was the number one option. He took on responsibility well tonight.
Kel Bridges gives it up, gets it back to Chris Paul. Up to Ayton. Portland, though, was up by 1 at that point, and then some great ball movement here, Jay.
Yeah, this is what Phoenix does really well. They space it, and they are always looking to get a better shot.
Games out of that point. You don't think about the big man shooting the certain clutch situations, but he gets it going.
And Nurkic has knocked down a few of those. You can spread it. This is a tough, big-time shot by Devin Booker.
25 points in the game. Phoenix up by 2 at that point. But then it's Nurkic down low again, just too strong.
Yeah, just working hard. That drive allows that offensive rebound opportunity, and then here to play the game.
He literally moonwalks his way to a bucket here. This is traveling.
I was looking to see if it was a three, because he kept backing up. You know they're gonna have some fun with that.
Yes, indeed.
That was the game winner right there.
Hey.
Jeremy Grant.
They didn't call it.
Hey, Cats don't
Still
call
hit
it.
the shot.
Yeah.
And we didn't show it, but the play before, Phoenix gave Portland life with a really poor turnover. Because he kept back.
All right, so now that the Blazers beat Phoenix by 2, right? Portland won 108 to 106, right? And Portland is another situation, somewhat similar to what we was discussing with Utah. They playing team ball. It's hard to beat the fundamentals, man. It's almost impossible. Almost impossible. They won without Dame. Dame didn't even play this game. I wasn't even aware of that. Dame didn't even play. But other guys, Jeremy Grant had 30. Right? Nurkic had 14-8. Winslow had 12, 9, and 9. Almost a triple-double. Nasir Little had 12. Sharp had 10. Everybody contributed. Everybody. So, it's hard to play that. DeAndre Ayton, he balling. But honestly, let me say this, right? Like, we coming towards the end of Chris Paul. Drop in the comments if y'all believe that the Phoenix Suns is like, it's not real. Like, they do all of this in the regular season and they just fall apart in the playoffs. There's always either an injury to Chris Paul or they just fall apart and they just lose. They just somewhere along the line, it just collapse at one point or another. Honestly, the DeAndre Ayton situation was messy. They shouldn't have never did that. But all in all, like, they playing great throughout the regular season. And, we always expect that. from them. Devin Booker had 25. Devin Booker. He had 25, 5 and 5. Damian Lee had 13, but the rest of the team didn't do nothing. Chris Paul had 7 points and 11 assists. But I mean, we pretty much seeing like the end of Chris Paul. He is not like he gonna get no better. He'll probably get a little bit better. I mean, numbers towards the end of the season, but like we're not going to see the All-Star like we used to. I mean, he's a little bit older now. Body don't bend through all sorts of hell, so it's going to be a little bit tough. But like, I mean, drop in the comments if y'all think, Golden State got a chance. I think honestly, if Dame has a healthy season and Portland makes it to the playoffs, they got a chance. Dame has a chance to be an MVP. He been playing lights out. If he can carry them to the playoffs, especially get them in a decent seed, he will get in consideration because the Jokic don't got a chance no more. They gave it to him 2 times in a row, and then with the team that he got now, ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna go down unless Jokic just break out and just have a monster season again. But I don't think they gonna give it to him because, like I said in one of my previous videos about the MVP, I mean, who y'all think about MVP? Y'all can go back to that. They still dressing it up for Luka. Luka is, still a poster boy, like everything aligned for boy. Like they just got to start winning. Once they start winning, all the energy shifts to Luka. I mean, I just want y'all to just take a note of that. Luka get busy. Boy solid. He get busy. Ain't taking nothing away from Scott. He like that. But it's just a matter of like, the NBA, they like who they like. And they gonna push. They gonna put that in your face for real. So, any event. You know what I mean? Drop in the comments if y'all think Dame got a chance to be MVP. Especially that even drop in the comments if y'all think Portland can make it to the playoffs because it's still too early. It's still a lot to go on throughout the season. We ain't even hit a quarter of the season yet. You know what I mean? So just in case, like especially when we get to the halfway mark, we pretty much got an idea what's going on. If everybody stay healthy, so we know we've been doing good so far, no major injuries. So I'm praying that we can keep this going on. All right, so let's see what's going on. Let's get to the next game.
Hey, Kansas don't hit the shot. Yeah. And we didn't show it, but the play before Phoenix gave Portland life with a really poor turnover on the last possession.
Phoenix. Right, let me start do that.
The Blazers and Suns are playing right now, right?
Jeremy Grant giving them a bit. He got 27.
They're gonna play again Saturday.
They're doing more. They're doing back-to-backs now in the same arena too. Helping out the guys with the travel.
Yeah.
He doesn't need help. It's Jason Tatum. Knock him, Bron did.
That's my guy right there. President.
25 points, 4 assists for him. DeMar DeRozan was doing DeMar DeRozan things. That's that mid-range game for him.
You can pick the spots right now that you're gonna make shots from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And he gonna get there.
He went pretty nice game here. 63-57 Boston.
Ooh.
Jalen, oh my goodness. Did some big dunks on this night.
Excellent footwork.
16 points for him.
He is. Mid-range problem.
DeMar, 46 points in this game.
I know. When I heard you say, well, he had a decent game, I was like, decent.
And decent up to that point. That went big.
Yeah.
Boston winning this one. 123.
But that's impressive.
119.
23 shots.
DeMar DeRozan continues to be a great story. Jason Tatum leading the way for Boston with 36 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Here he is post-game with the Sun. Deuce.
All right. So, as y'all heard, Boston beat Chicago 123-119. But let me start with the Bulls, man. DeMar DeRozan is, boy is like literally unstoppable, bro. Like, I mean, literally, he's unstoppable. It's nothing nobody could do with boy. Nothing nobody could do with him. I mean, absolutely nothing. He's unguardable in that mid-range. Boy shot 13 for 23, had 46 points. And it was nothing they could do with him. It was nothing they could do with him. They took away everybody else. But boy, he did what he wanted. He did exactly what he wanted to do. He got to every spot on the floor. He was unstoppable. You know what I mean? So he had got Vucevic gave 24 and 12. Vucevic was doing their thing, but that, we know Boston ain't got nobody really in the post like that. I mean, especially with Boy out. I mean, with Robert Williams out, they ain't really gonna get too much. You gotta pretty much hope that Al Horford still be alive. You know what I'm saying? So Zach LaVine had 16 and 7. He wasn't doing too much of nothing. He couldn't do too much because DeMar DeRozan was in his bag. Like, he was in his zone for real. Like, it's nothing they could do with Boyer. He was all the way in that berth. But everybody else didn't do nothing. They couldn't really get off. Then we got Jason Tatum threw up 36, 12. Jason Tatum went crazy too. So it was pretty much a back and forth between them two. They was doing their thing. It was a good game. I was watching the first half of it before I had to spin off and do something else. But he had 36, 12, 6 assists. Malcolm Brogdon had 25 points. Malcolm Brogdon was a big pickup. Big pickup. Jaylen Brown had 16. He had an off game. He was 6 for 4. He was 6 for 14. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. But at this particular point, he ain't really had to do much because Jason Tatum went off. Marcus Smart had 12. Al Horford had 11, 5 and 5. And, Boston is just being Boston. At this particular point, they picked up where they left off. You know what I mean? So hopefully Robert Williams come back, he be healthy, he could get into the groove of things. That's going to be an issue. It's really, really going to be an issue. Jason Tatum had the most points in his first 8 games in Boston history. The boy had 247 points in the first 8 games, and that's kind of crazy. They say he got, especially with Boston, they say he got the most points in the first 8 games in Boston history. Damn. Boy balling. He doing this thing. He definitely doing this thing. Let's see if he maintain that. It's cool to do this. It's cool to do this in the regular season, but when the playoffs come around, most of these guys don't do that. Like, most of these guys, they pack it up, they tuck it in. Whatever they got going on down there, they tuck it in. Like, it don't go right. It just don't be going the way they plan it. And Jason Tatum is another one. We got to see how this go. Because especially with Giannis healthy this season, it's not going to be that simple. Boy, you're going to have to go hard every night. We already know what to expect from Jaylen Brown. But we gotta really, really get that from him. He gotta really turn up and really give it to us this season in order for them to get back to that Eastern Conference Finals. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Okay. All right, 1 second. I apologize for the delay. They're doing an interview with Jason Tatum. I really don't care to hear that.
Move on to the Cavs and the Pistons.
Right.
Both Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland out with sprained ankles. Suffered Wednesday against the Boston Celtics.
Jared Allen, don't do that.
That's nice and clean. Karis LeVert rewarding the big man. I'm talking about Kevin Love, right?
Love. Having a good time playing the game. Slide.
He's having fun,
Right?
right?
He's having fun.
Inside to Evan Mobley. Cleveland up 57-39 in the break. Again, they're out without Mitchell and Garland in this contest. And still doing stuff like this. Allen.
Jared Allen doing his Dr. J impersonation.
He was how about 54 points off the bench though for Cleveland in this game.
Mobley, more defense. He had 8 blocks in this game. Wow. He's just getting going and covering defensive play.
Kevin Love. Kevin Love is huge.
Smith, he was 2 rebounds shy of a triple.
Man, Kevin Love had a good time for him. This is amazing.
Well, that's going to be scary this year.
Yes.
That's going to be a tough matchup.
You know what's scary?
All right, so Cleveland beat the hell out of Detroit, 112-88. That was another one that, you know, they lost from the start. Couldn't do nothing. Then the sad part about it is Cleveland didn't have Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland. And they still spanked them. Still spanked them out the building. Jared Allen had 23 and 7. Kevin Love had almost a triple-double, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. He having a great time over there. Osman had 15, 4, 6 rebounds. Karis LeVert had 15.6 rebounds, 6 assists. Evan Mobley had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 block shots. Boy is a monster. And he taking the back seat to what they got going on, because Donovan Mitchell might, if he keep healthy, he might be the MVP of this season. They 7-1 and they cracking everybody. Everybody getting cracked on. Now, mind you, they big as hell. They got like about a good 5-man rotation in the post. They got everybody down there. So it's really it's gonna be impossible. Evan Mobley is pretty much athletic. He could do everything in the post. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be hard on every team. Detroit, they looking like they really chasing that Yamazana pick. They really chasing it. Like they really chasing it. You know what I mean? So, you know, we got 19 from Cade, 5 and 5. Jaden Ivey had 18, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Sadiq Bey had 18, but they don't got enough. They don't even got no veterans, man. Once these guys come out of the game, we don't even know who they got on the bench. We don't even care, because you expect them to lose. So when whoever they be trying to pick up in free agency, don't work. So, you know, the Yamazana with Cade Cunningham, that might be something. That'll definitely be something to see for real. That's definitely a serious. It sound crazy. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a serious problem, but like, let's see, man. Let's see. He might go through the same thing that Chet and Ball is going through. You know what I mean? Too skinny. Bones got to catch up. Then when you playing against grown men that really know how to play the game for real, things get a little bit different. But boy, he could score. He could score his ass off. Like we seen it. Like he could really get busy. So I mean, that's another conversation a little bit later on down the line. But Detroit, I mean, you just gonna beat up on them. They have 40 turnovers in the last 2 games. So, yeah. All right, hold up.
Knicks
here we go.
And Sixers, no James Harden. Again, he's going to be out for roughly a month. Joel Embiid did not play also tonight. So Tyrese Maxey going to have to pick up the scoring load. He did.
One speed Maxey. I love it.
Full speed.
Yep.
He's not talked about as a great three-point shooter, but his numbers have been phenomenal.
He's incredible
over the last couple of years.
And he's good off the catch or the bounce.
Tobias Harris going to have to step it up in games like this. He had 23 in the contest.
Yes.
So the Knicks really move the ball well as a team. They're a solid passing team. They space it well.
Jalen Brunson's just been really good.
Give me all your cookies.
Brunson, 23.7 assists, 6 rebounds in the game. PJ Tucker to Jordan Niang. That's what he does.
Drop that without even shooting with his leg. All arms. There's Maxey.
A chance for the win here, down to DeAnthony Melton.
Curveball. Needed a fastball right there.
Yeah. Somebody open the door.
Yeah, did it.
Got a good look at him. That was a good look.
Yeah, real good look.
Not a great shot, though. New York going on to win this one again, 106.
All right, so the Knicks beat the Sixers 106-104. I don't know where to start. We're gonna start with the Knicks. We're gonna give the Knicks a little bit of credit. Jalen Brunson had 23, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Like, boy doing this thing. That was huge. That was a huge pickup. I can't imagine how it would have been with him and Donovan Mitchell in the backcourt. But I mean, I'm sure they would have had to give up some things, but it would have been worth it. It would have been worth it. RJ Barrett had 22, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. He shot good. He shot 8 for 16. He doing all right. Julius Randle has 17 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Obi Toppin. See how Obi's turning the corner for real. So that's all the more reason to get Julius Randle up out of there. I hated that contract that they gave boy. It was terrible. Terrible. Hartenstein had 8 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. Man, the Knicks, the Knicks outscored somebody, especially the bench at that. They had 42 points. Philly had 21. So Philly, on the other hand, oh man, I hate what they did this offseason, man. I really hate it. They don't turn Philly into the Houston Rockets. It's terrible. Garbage. OD stink. So now Tyrese Maxey is a problem. Boy is serial. Like he crazy. Like he's a serial killer. OD. He had 31 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. Nobody can stop him. Why is James Harden? James Harden didn't play this game, or Embiid didn't play this game. Neither one of them played this game, right? Tobias Harris did decent. He did his thing. He had 23 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and he shot good from the field. He did him, but he missed the shot that could have tied the game. But they got people like Montrezl Harrell. He did decent. Milton. They got Shake Milton. They got D'Anthony Melton. Like that. Come on, man. Like I don't see how they improved their team. I don't see how they improved. People made it seem like, oh, they improved the roster. They did wonders to the bench, and even the PJ Tucker pickup. Like, man, that don't make no sense, man. That really didn't make no sense. I don't see the big impact that PJ Tucker made. Like, I mean, I don't really see it. He did help out on KD. He helped out on KD. I don't see where he's a game changer and he's going to turn the team around. That's the same thing we have with Patrick Beverley. What are y'all looking at? You got to have good players and good people around for these type of guys to be effective. James Harden don't bring out the best in nobody. Nobody can honestly say, oh, they game improved playing with James Harden. That's crazy. Nobody improved. Nobody games improved. Nobody game improves a boy. He beat the hell out of the ball. Domestic violence, OD. Like he be pounding the hell out of that ball. 18 seconds left on the clock. So now we got the dribble between the legs, back and forth, moving around. If he can't get the shot off, then he passing it. You got 4 seconds left. You gotta throw up some dumb stuff. You gotta throw up a dumb shot. It's sick, man. It's sick to watch, boy. You know what I'm saying? And it's trickling down on this team. This roster's horrible, man. I don't know why they even entertain Daryl Morey with this whole James Harden thing. It sucked. James Harden is having a decent season, but at the expense of the team. You got Joel Embiid, the most unstoppable player in the league. Give boy the ball. That's 30 and 20. 30 and 10, I'm sorry. 30 and 10. 30 points, 10 rebounds on demand. And you up here dribbling all crazy and doing all this crazy stuff. Come on, man. They put you over there so your game could go easier for you, but you making it harder doing all of this crazy stuff, man. So they 4-6 right now, and honestly, you know they gonna more likely gonna sneak into the playoffs, but they not gonna be what we thought they would be. Hopefully they got a chance to turn it around. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be anything. They got a chance to turn it around. Let's see what they gonna do for real, because at this point right now, it ain't looking good, man. It's really not looking good. And James Harden got a foot injury right now, so let's see how this continue to go throughout the season, man. But like, I'm just so over Boyd, man. I'm tired of him. Like, I'm really, really tired of him. And I was a big James Harden fan. Big James Harden fan, man. But we gotta the regular season. Like, I don't pay no too much attention to the regular season anymore, especially in regards to him. Definitely in regards to that dude. So let's see what they got to say about things. I'm sure they're going to talk about him.
They don't have James Harden now for roughly a month. Joel Embiid's going to be in and out of the lineup potentially. This is for illness, but he could be questionable at times. Doc's talked about that. How do you see them working without James? Because he started off so well this year for them.
You feel bad for him. He came in better shape this year off season. To start the season, Joel Embiid was playing well. You look at what they acquired in the offseason with PJ Tucker and DeAnthony Melton. So for me, Gia, and the Bill, I'm saying this could be the year. I mean, this could be the year, and it still can be. But health really hits the Philadelphia 76ers hard because everything goes through Joel Embiid for so many years. And then he'll play you 40 games. Not his fault. And then he had to sit out 15 or 20. And then now you just don't get a rhythm because you're playing inside out with him. And now James Harden, who needed more time, not because of his individual play, just to playing with other guys. So now they have to inquire, James Harden's about to work his way back. And you said he might be out a month. This is not a week long, a month. That takes a lot. So it's going to be interesting. It could be really good for them because they can get a push going from February through the end and have a big run. But it's going to take some discipline from them to get on the same page.
The one positive for me could be it's going to allow for other guys to get a rhythm. I'm not talking about Maxey, but think about it. They made a lot of moves with their bench. They thought they'd have more depth. The bench has not played well. And so now you're going to have an opportunity for a lot of these guys to maybe get their rhythm and try to figure out, okay, where can I impact the game, get some confidence. And if you get Embiid back with Maxey, they're going to still be able to win games, even though Harden's out. But I do think that's an area, because James is a unique player, and it's not always easy to play with because you're kind of going to have to wait to see what he does before you touch it oftentimes. Now, I think these guys get an opportunity to get their rhythm, get their flow going. And I think that long-term may benefit them in terms of getting those guys integrated into their system.
Yeah, when you think.
All right, I agree wholeheartedly with Greg Anthony said. I was just saying that before he got a chance to say it. I feel that him being out for a month, that's going to help the team. It's going to help the team a whole lot. Because Maxey he's pretty much playing lights out. He been playing like he's the best player on the team. And Joel Embiid come back, that opens up the lane for him. It's no crazy ball bouncing, none of this crazy, 101 to like 19 seconds left in the clock. Is a flow of the game. Honestly, I'm expecting them to win some games. Like I say, at least like about 4 or 5 games in a row. Once Embiid come back healthy and playing like himself, it's gonna be a problem. They gonna get their rhythm back. But I'm just not too sold on the PJ Tucker pickup. Even though boy hustles, he played good defense, but I don't think he's a game changer. He's a key piece that's gonna get you over the top to a championship. But he ain't that. He's just not that. You know what I'm saying? Tobias Harris, all of them other people should get a chance to get in rhythm. A lot of other people, you're gonna see their games. So let's see what happens. I agree with James. I agree with Greg Anthony. Totally. Let's see what more they got to say.
Think about it. They didn't have Harden last year, and they got a better team as far as depth is concerned. I know they haven't really stepped up just yet, but they do have the pieces potentially to hold down the fort without James Harden. Hey, they're going to be an interesting story. Ja Morant.
He's an interesting story.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's get to that. Oh God. Here we go.
The Grizzlies, we established it. It's called the establishing shot for Ja Morant because you know what? Ja was all over the place as per usual.
That's interesting. That is per usual.
Yes. Well, that's pretty good right there.
I just have never seen anybody that can move their body the way Ja Morant does. It doesn't look natural.
Steven Adams, by the way, setting a franchise record, 16 rebounds in the first half and 19
First half?
Yeah, 19 in the game. Back to Morant, though. Go ahead.
I like how he's showing his right hand.
He puts on a show every night.
Every night.
He understands his assignment. Desmond Bain,
How good is he?
I mean, he just is better and better, isn't he?
Not afraid of the moment at all.
Great shooter. Dylan Brooks with the corner three, hit 23 in the game, 6 of 7 from 3.
Woo!
He just, every night, he makes those plays that just are jaw-dropping.
Okay. So, job, is self-explanatory. You ain't gotta say much. Memphis killed them throughout the whole game. It was a slaughter. OD. There was nothing they could do. Dylan Brooks had 23. Boy hit 6 threes. Dylan Brooks is man. Him, Desmond Bain. That's too much, man. They got too much going on over there. They got really got too much going on. You know what I'm saying? Ja's unstoppable. Bro, I mean, boy just said he never seen nobody move the way Ja Morant move. And I disagree. I'm not sure, if anybody got a chance to really enjoy D Rose in his prime, Ja is the same thing. D Rose 2.0. Seriously, Derrick Rose was doing the same thing. That's what Derrick Rose got the MVP. Playing like that. Full speed ahead, shift gears. He changed directions, turned that same speed back on like if he was running full speed downhill. Boy, he was like that. Mid-range game, crazy. Shot wasn't OD crazy the way it is now, but he was decent enough to hit a wide open three. But he didn't have to do that. James Harden had all of these. Derrick Rose had all the floaters, the same thing that Ja got. He had crazy hops, the same thing that Ja got. I just pray that Ja just stay healthy. No ACLs, none of that, because Ja trying to take it over everybody. He trying to take it over anybody. He trying to jump over buildings. Boys, he on it. Dead serious. Must see TV. He one of the most exciting. He is the most exciting player in basketball right now. No cap. Boy is like that. The Hornets. they doing the Yamazana thing too. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? So they got Melo. They got the Melo Ball. He gonna be going for a little while. And they literally don't got nobody else worth talking about. Literally, they don't really got nobody else worth talking about. Both Knight might have a decent game here and there, but come on. He's out. I forget the other guy name, short dude. Oh man, killing me. But he's out too. They got a whole backcourt that's out. And it's a struggle, man. It's bad to watch. It's really bad to watch. Even when they be drafting, they just get it wrong all the time. All the time get it wrong. Terry Rozier, he's out too. You know what I'm saying? So it's they just in a bad situation. Like I said, they in the Yamazana sweepstakes. Can't go wrong with it anyway. Him and Melo together, that'll turn the city up. That would definitely turn their city up. Definitely turn their city up. They could use it too, because they ain't really got too much of nothing. That Miles Bridges thing hurt really bad. Damn, that hurt bad. Boy, he would have waited 2 weeks later to get upset, or even do some nonsense the way he did. Man, that was just stupid. Overall, ain't no way getting around it. He just did something real stupid, very regrettable, and it might have cost him his career. So that's a whole nother situation going forward. But it's nothing the Hornets could do. They in the Yamazana Bowl. Let's get on to the next one. Okay. Luka.
Dropping.
Moving on to the Mavericks and the Raptors. You know, OG Anunoby thinks he's the best defensive player in the league.
Okay.
When you go up against Luka Doncic, that's quite the test right
I
there.
will say, you're in the conversation now as a perimeter defender.
Did have 5 steals in this game. There is OG right there.
And he ain't bad offensively.
27 points. Ultimately, a bigger role in Toronto.
God, boy.
He's taking another level. It seems like
Day one when he walked in this league to now, it's just every year he just keep adding to his game.
The Mavericks had a nice cushion going.
Come on,
Skyhook?
I'm giving the Magic Johnson roll with. Whoa! Slippery everywhere. Ooh.
Pascal going down right there. That doesn't look good.
Oh,
Yeah,
If you're Toronto, you gotta be real careful right here. You're not messing around with that. So you would think with Toronto,
wait. This is all in the phone booth. Look at this. Wait a second. Oh my goodness.
He just showing out.
Look at that.
That's gonna be. I think that's gonna make it next week.
I think I'm
gonna go
writing
down.
that down.
Smitty taking notes.
I'm taking notes.
Scotty Barnes. First career triple-double for
Scotty
him.
Barnes is a big guy.
That's
Okay, so the Mavericks beat the Raptors 111 to 110. And, you know, Luka, being Luka, he had 35, 8, 6, and he had 35 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. Torturing. He was torturing, especially even on the defensive end. So if you get that from Luka every night, boy is definitely gonna win the MVP. If he don't win MVP, they gonna give him just defensive. They gonna give him something. They gonna give him something. He's the teacher. He's the NBA teacher's pet. They love boy. They gonna give him something. They gonna give something to this dude. Great white hype for real. They gonna give him something. I don't care what they gotta find something. They gonna give it to him. If he give that defensive effort, he ain't gotta put the numbers up. If he give the effort, they gonna give it to him. If he continue this up and they have a winning record, let's say they happen to be, let's say, 3rd or 4th in the standing, they gonna give it to him. He gonna get MVP. It's just designed that way. Christian Woods did good. You know what I mean? They got to have everybody put it together. Dinwiddie, Hardaway Jr., all of those guys got to really step up. JaVale McGee got to be healthy, defending like hell. I mean, they got pieces. They got pieces. They got Dwight Powell. They got work. They got work. They got some work to do too. So, you know, we're gonna see how this goes. Like, I mean, going forward for Dallas, but the NBA is just competitive, man. That's the whole purpose of me doing this video, because it was a great night and the game is too competitive. Like, it's only people that's really dominating at this particular point is Milwaukee. Other than that, everybody's subject to be beat, and they gonna get beat soon too. So, you know what I mean? It's only a matter of time. The Raptors is a problem. OD problem. Pascal Siakam playing, he gonna be an all-star this year. He keep it up. Scotty Barnes is a problem. OD. Anunoby is turning the corner. He's putting up numbers consistently all the time. 27 points tonight, 7 rebounds, 5 steals. Problem. OG, that's boy like that. He like that, and I always liked him. Liked him since college, right? We ain't really hear too much from Van Fleet. as of yet, but like they got so many weapons. They got Precious Achua. They loaded. Gary Trent. They got too much. They got a lot. They have a lot. So we gonna see how the season unfold for them. Honestly, I see them sneaking up into like about fourth. I mean, probably the top four, top five in the league for real. They got it. I'd be surprised if they fall short for real. But like everybody goes back to what we always saying. If everybody stay healthy, drop in the comments, man. If y'all think the Toronto gonna have they got a chance to get into the top half of the Eastern Conference. Drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about Toronto. Come on, let's see how this goes. Let's see how to go forward.
This game at the end. Whoever that foul by actually OG Anunoby, and then Dallas does seal it. Moving on to the Clippers and the Spurs. The Spurs have been a great story to start the season. Devin Vassell missed the last 4 games. Dude, that can play.
Right down here, Florida State. Shoot it.
17 points in the first half alone.
I'm ready for some regular season beat, though. I'm ready to see some regular season beat.
Nice.
Gets that on the break there, and then John Wall back to PG-13. 33 points in the game. Clippers up by 3. Oh! We've seen a great.
Who was that?
That was Zubats.
I had not seen him jump like that.
All right, so the Clippers pretty much they beat the Spurs 113 to 106. Paul George put on towards the end of the game, but the Spurs played good. They played good. They kept it tight throughout the whole game. It's just like they just couldn't finish them off. Paul George turned into what he turned into. Zubac had a monster dunk. He turned up the energy, and it was over from there. But you got Devin Vassell for the Spurs, Kendrick Johnson. Man, that Spurs is another one. Another team. They playing fundamental. We know the Spurs. That's been their culture the whole time. Fundamentals all day. Playing the game the right way. This is how they sneaking up on teams and winning games. You got dudes getting better. Keldon Johnson got better. Way better. Vassell looking comfortable on the court. He hit 4 or 5 for 3-point lands. But I'm saying you got other guys that be, Portal or however you want to call his name. Boy be getting busy. He be grabbing rebounds. He be defending. They got pieces. They definitely got pieces. But they keep it up. That Yamazana thing. I would actually like them to get Scoot Henderson. I wouldn't even like them to get Yamazana. Scoot Henderson is a problem. That's people don't even be talking that much about Boy. But Boy is another one. He got Russ written all over him. Dead serious. He got it written all over him. And hopefully, like I said, if he developed that shot, stay healthy, sky's the limit for Boy. I would rather him be in the Spurs than anywhere else. Dead serious. Because he has an actual chance of being perennial All-Star the way he played. And for him to be that young, play that hard, and then he gets some good coaching around him, oh man. It could be trouble. It could be trouble for everybody else. No cap. I mean, y'all get a chance to watch that game. The game is on everything. It's on all the platforms. So you can watch the Yamazana, Scoot Henderson battle, went to G League, the whole G League situation. It was cool. Definitely good to look at, man. The NBA in the overall is going in the right direction. It's too competitive now. Every game is exciting because everybody got a chance now. And this ain't the league ain't been like this since the 90s. It's been a minute since we had the league being this competitive. So all in all, but it seemed now the game itself is more revolved around injuries too. Injuries play a big part in the game. So we just gonna keep going and see how this goes.
Clippers getting the W here over the Spurs. When this man's coming, you just get up the way.
Okay, let me move along. I don't want want to go too far. We almost done. Let's see how this going.
Couple more games to get to. The Heat and the Pacers. Buddy
been balling.
He shoots that pretty well.
Yes, indeed. Not doing anything else. Not stepping inside that.
You shoot it like that, though, you might not have to. Cause
Okay, Tyler.
Make Jack Harlow proud. 29 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists.
young fella,
Man,
different.
I love his shot because he holds his ball through for a long time.
And Tyrese Halliburton, he just puts up numbers across the board every night.
It's a good game.
Hero. No.
They probably could have got a little better, though.